Hi guys. So I'm at the end of my IsaBody challenge. It's done. It's over with. And I have to say it has been an amazing journey. It has been amazing sharing my journey with you guys and being so open and honest about my day-to-day living, my exercising, my plans for my future, what me and my kids are doing, how my husband's doing. Anyways, I'm so thankful that I've had this opportunity to share Isagenix with you guys and how wonderful it has truly worked in my life. Why did I start Isagenix? It's very simple. When I came to a place within me where I was in need of something. I was in need of help. I had kind of settled for what was from the earliest age that I can remember. I have always had an eating disorder. I've always had an obsession with food. From the time I went to bed, leftovers I put in the fridge, what I was going to do with them the next day, didn't even make it till lunch, I was eating it for breakfast, that kind of thing. I had a severe obsession with food. And coming from a background of, nobody teaching me the right ways, the ways in which I needed to feed my body properly, and being a twin to somebody who was very thin from the get-go and I genetically was not, it was very hard, depressing. I had very low self-esteem, and as I aged, I tended to have some severe medical problems. I had severe migraines. I would have spells of where I would get dizzy, hard time breathing. My heart would race for no reason whatsoever, just from laying in bed. I spent 16 hours a day in bed, and I had a job with the United States Postal Service that my husband would have to come and help me work because I just was not able to do it. And so I just came to a desperate place, and I was tired of settling. I was extremely scared. I have two boys, one 14 and one 10, and I wanted to leave them a legacy of nutrition, of health. And with Isagenix, I was finding that I could go somewhere with it, and I was very thankful that once I started, I was seeing the results I needed. Shortly after starting Isagenix, I still had my severe headaches. I went through a spell of at least a day or two where I did nothing but sleep, but I was following the program, and 4 days after doing it, I was out of bed for the first time with a very mild headache, to say the least, and I was able to go across the street with my boys to the park and watch them play basketball for the first time in years. And to me, that was phenomenal. That was amazing. Most days I would have to just say, boys, I can't do it. They even quit asking. I quit getting invited to things like going to local swimming pools. When we first got here to El Paso, they would go hiking without me, and I slowly saw myself being left out of any family function. But after 4 days going to the park, I was seeing hope, and that hope was driving me. And I don't even know how much weight I lost at that time. 4 days. I mean, many people are, that I know that I'm helping, they weigh themselves at 4 days, but to me, it wasn't even about the weight at that moment. It was about the energy. I was up, and that's just amazing to me. I have to say that after my very first week of being on Isagenix, I was a firm believer. I would never go back to any other program. I know that when I did Weight Watchers, there it is, I was able to lose 11 pounds in 7 months. And to me, that was hard work. I mean, they show you the points, And you can have a double quarter pounder if it fit within those points, but I wasn't learning anything. With Isagenix, my very first week of drinking a shake for breakfast, a shake for dinner, and eating a wonderful, nutritious lunch that they show you within 400 to 600 calories, I lost 7 pounds and 10 inches that very first week, and I was blown away. There was no going back for me. And I just knew that if I kept going forward, that I was going to get to the place that I wanted. December 3rd, 2012, I decided that I was going to start the IsaBody challenge. And it was very hard here in El Paso to find anything other than the El Paso Times. And I remember looking from one shopette to another store, and every time I went, either they didn't carry USA Times or they didn't have any in stock. And I found myself getting up at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning trying to chase down these papers to no end. And but on December 3rd, I found myself a paper, and so my journey began, and I was extremely excited. So, as my journey continued with the IsaBody challenge, I really put it out there for people. I started doing videos to show people what I was doing personally for workout situations, because each person's different. I started out bedridden. There's people I've talked to, they have back problems, they have leg problems, they have feet problems, they have issues where they can't physically get up and move. So I was showing people how they can just let Isagenix work through them. I was showing them how they could do mild workouts, and taking those mild workouts and making them more extreme as their strength increased. And when their energy increased, then they could go on longer walks, turn it into a jog. You know, there was one time somebody told me, as long as your feet are shuffling and your pulse is racing faster than slow, then you're getting a good cardio. And so I used to just go out there and just shuffle my feet when I was walking. And to me, that was my jog. And shortly after starting the IsaBody challenge and stuff, I started doing more races, and I started pushing myself, and I was doing 5Ks, and I was doing Ironman runs, and I was doing things with obstacles, and I was just pushing myself. And I started at that shuffle, and slowly but surely I was getting faster. I was seeing myself I was seeing myself achieving greatness, even if it wasn't so great to, those that are athletes or triathlon people or things like that. It was greatness for me. It was something that allowed me freedom that I didn't have before, freedom from my bed and freedom to continue. So I showed that to people, and I helped them to see that they could do it in small steps, kind of like baby steps. And I was just encouraged by that, and that Isagenix could get people to where they needed to be. Well, since I'm now at the end of my challenge, I have to tell you, I've made it my mission now to share my story with the world, to get myself out there, push myself to higher goals. Just because it's the end of my journey with this IsaBody challenge, it doesn't mean that I'm done, I'm over with. I am never going to go back to that person I used to be. I'm going to always push myself, push my boys, push my husband, and anybody else on my team that is growing. It is fabulous. And I'm going to push them to be the best that they can be and not stop at that finish line, but to continue to go and grow. When my weight started slowing down, I personally thought, hey, I'm done. But you know what? As I continued my photo journal and I was taking pictures, I started seeing definition in places that I really didn't see it the week before or the month before. And, you know, to have this final picture to share with all of you, it is just, to me, it's beautiful. I've never considered myself to be anything of beauty. I've always had bad skin. I've always had, you know, this heavy, sick body, and now that I'm at the end of my journey, I don't have headaches, I don't have the sickness, my heart doesn't race, I don't have shortness of breath. I can go out with my boys and my skin is cleared up, and to me, it's beautiful. And I want to give people hope. I want to be that person that when I see somebody struggling, I can go, hey, let me show you a way. Let me show you that through this amazing nutritional cleansing program that you can find hope as well. And I'm going to make that my mission. I'm going to share it with the world. I'm going to push myself, should I say. I keep saying push myself. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to push myself to be out there, to get it out there, to do parties, to counsel other people, to get it out through them. You know, my story is meant to be shared because everybody thinks it's all about weight. It's all about, you know, that image. But you know what? If you can't control what you're putting in your body and you're putting in these foods that are filled with preservatives and toxins and chemicals, you know, that beauty on the outside is only going to last so long, you know? And so let's clean it from the inside out. Let's find that beauty from within. You know, let's build the confidence that you may not have had, you know? And in the process, yes, you'll lose that weight. You'll increase that energy. You'll go places. But you know what? Let's get out there and let's do it. And let me help you. And together we can make this world a better place with Isagenix.